What are superdelegates in democratic primaries? Imagine a race where some of the most influential people in the party get to have a say, no matter what the voters decide. That's what superdelegates are in the democratic primary process. They are a special group of delegates who don't earn their spot through state primaries or caucuses. Instead, they automatically become delegates because of their roles in the party. These include party leaders, members of the Democratic National Committee, elected officials like members of Congress, governors, and even former presidents or vice presidents. Because of their status, they are sometimes called unpledged delegates or unpledged party leaders and officials. Unlike pledged delegates, who are bound to support a specific candidate based on the results of state primaries and caucuses, superdelegates can choose any candidate they want. This means they are not tied to the popular vote in their state or territory. They have the freedom to support the candidate they believe is best, regardless of what voters in their area decided. Superdelegates make up about 15% of all delegates at the Democratic National Convention. Their role has changed over time. Before 2018, superdelegates could vote on the first ballot at the convention and could influence the outcome directly. But reforms were made to limit their power. Since 2018, superdelegates are not allowed to vote on the first ballot unless no candidate has enough pledged delegates to win. If that happens, the convention becomes contested, and superdelegates can then vote in later rounds to help pick the nominee. In 2024, new rules allowed superdelegates to take part in voting during the signature collection phase and on the first ballot during a virtual roll call, even if no candidate has a majority of pledged delegates. This change shows how the process is still adjusting to balance party insiders' influence with voter choices. The main goal of superdelegates is to give experienced party leaders a voice in choosing the nominee. They aim to help keep the party united and stable. But some critics argue that superdelegates can override the will of primary voters and give too much power to party elites. Supporters say they bring good judgment and can prevent extreme or divisive candidates from winning the nomination. In the end, superdelegates are a unique part of the democratic primary system. They are automatic delegates who can support any candidate and act as a bridge between party leadership and voters. Their influence has been scaled back recently to focus more on voter participation, but they still play a role if the race becomes close or contested.